bring you along this week with me as I make manicotti for Will's birthday, and then I'm gonna make some homemade pesto from the basil I have, and then later this week I'm going to bring you along as I redo my garden. Since we had our wedding this year, pretty much all of my garden was dedicated to flowers. So I have a couple little portable raised beds that I bought when I lived in Richmond in my apartment. So I'm gonna redo all of those and plant some things for the fall. I think I'll plant lettuce, maybe some squash. I'm not gonna do pumpkin because I don't have really enough space to do that, and I usually only get like one, which is totally fine, but I feel like I want something that's gonna produce some, like a more prolific bounty. So I'll take you along and we'll just kind of see what I end up picking out to grow, but that's our plan for this week. Back from the grocery store, and I'm gonna start making the manicotti. So the way that we do it, unfortunately there's no noodles. I don't know if it's just a Virginia thing or if it's just the stores that I went to, but manicotti is like really hard to find. So the kind that we found, my mom and I, when we made it a couple weeks ago, it's not the baked kind. You have to pre-cook the noodles a little bit before you can fill them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and mix in the ricotta and the mozzarella and the Parmesan and get the filling all set up so that everything is ready. I am making these for tomorrow. So I'm gonna make them, I'm gonna cover them with tin foil, and then they'll be ready to be put in the oven after work tomorrow. I'm also going to make pesto. I need to get our new Cuisinart that we got for our wedding out so I can use that because that's the easiest way to make it. So I'm gonna do that later, and I feel like there was something else. Oh, I'll show you the seeds I got at Dollar Tree. And I have planted Dollar Tree seeds before. Obviously it's not Dollar Tree brand, it's a brand that just happens to be at Dollar Tree. And they've always germinated. So I'm just gonna go with it because might as well. So I will take you along later this week when I garden, but I'll show you the seeds I got. So I ended up getting, yeah, Dilly. Summer squash, because apparently you can still plant it right now. And then I got winter squash, which is butternut squash specifically. And then I got some carrots, which I forget if I can start them. I might go for it anyways. And then I got two types of lettuce. I got the premium bib lettuce, and then I got a black seed Simpson blend. All right, I have laundry going in the background, so I'm going to use my mic for right now. I'm going to be using 2 boxes for our recipe today. I'm basically doubling it because I want to make one for tomorrow. It's going to be 4 of us. So this will be enough for all of us, but the boys, if they're hungry, they might want some more. So I'm going to make a double recipe, and I have this disposable 8x8. So I'll be able to freeze these if we don't go through them. I'll probably plan on cooking the big one in one of these and then worst case we have leftovers, and then I'll have the last one to save for freezing for another day. But that's the plan for this recipe. So as you watch, you'll see that this is for basically two servings, or two amounts. I can't think of the word. So I am going to start with 2 16-ounce containers. I might use that third one, but I'm going to start and see how this goes. So 1 egg, 2 16-ounce ricotta containers, and then I'm going to add some Parmesan, shredded Parmesan. Measuring with my heart, basically. The same with the mozzarella. I'll add more mozzarella later. Now I'm going to add the parsley. So you basically want about a cup, so I honestly probably don't need all of this. Start with that for now. I forget the trick. Something like that, where these are brand new knives, also gifts we got from the wedding, so they're really sharp. This is like the first time I've used them. I'm going to start with this amount. About a cup and a half. It's definitely preference. Add that in. And as you most likely
focused on them. What exactly has Chris Tapp told police? What does Chris know about Angie's death? Two men who were once very good friends and have two very different stories. But only one of them is telling the truth.
So like I said, I didn't get started with my garden this year because all of my focus was on wedding flowers and just making our landscaping nice. So a couple weeks ago I went to Lowe's and saw this plant, and well, it's technically more than one plant, but this planter, and I was like, well, worst case, I'll just use this for one batch of pesto and I'll be happy with even just that. But if I prune this back really hard right now, I should be able to keep this for all of the rest of the summer and make multiple batches of pesto. So I'm gonna go in and take out as much as I think will be good for the plant, and then I'm gonna make pesto with it. But you should be able to just pinch off the leaves with your fingers, but if not, you can use kitchen scissors or clippers that are clean. These are not clean. So I will be using my fingers, or if I need to, I'll go grip my kitchen scissors. Oh, it's starting to rain. It's always perfect timing. An expert. I used to be, I'd say, in some regard when it came to plants, but I've been so out of practice the last couple of years that I just wing it and hope for the best. I know the general situation for caring for plants, but I'm not a basil expert. Look how big this leaf is. Wow. So I trim off the tops because that's where the flower is going to come. So if you pinch it early, you can slow down the flowering. Well, it has started to pour rain, so I've put my tomato plant and my basil plant out in the rain because they needed rain anyway, or they needed watering anyway. So I think I'm gonna have to pause my picking for a moment. I honestly probably could leave it just because I have so much, but there's so much more that should be picked. So I think I'm just gonna wait a few minutes and then pick some more. It smells so good. Alright, so I have my bounty here. The recipe that the Cuisinart gives you calls for 2 cups of tightly packed basil leaves. I think I have a little more than that, so I'm gonna eyeball it. But you know what, I actually might put in the olive oil first just to loosen things up a little bit, or at least partially in the bottom. So for 2 cups of basil compact, you're supposed to have 1/4 cup olive oil. So I'm gonna add that in now. And then you're supposed to have garlic and a teaspoon of salt. So I'm making a bigger teaspoon. So I think I might actually end the vlog here and pick up the next one when I start gardening this weekend. So thanks for coming along with me, and I can't wait to see you again soon.